Hey everyone, it's Ty Diaz here in Beaver Creek. Today is the 12th of April, 2022, and take a look around right in the final stretch of our winter season on the slopes, the final week stretch in Beaver Creek for our winter season on the slopes. But considering the weather right now and the Mama Said album from 1991, Lenny Kravitz, a hit single off of that very album, it's not over till it's over. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Oh, that's right. It's not over till it's over. We've got fresh snow falling right now. It is absolutely dumping out there. Your drive in is going to be a little tricky this morning. Ty and I were talking about this, and Rachel as well. Rachel's controlling the all the buttons behind the scenes here today, and no news or not a lot of new snow to report because this storm rolled in kind of after that report was taken. So 2 inches new at Vail, one over at Beaver Creek. But a lot of that has just come down fast and furiously in the last just couple of hours. You know, when I woke up, I'm like, oh, it doesn't really look like it started. By the time I left my driveway, yep, it was full on stormy. We've got probably, on the roads, I'd say maybe 4 or so inches on Highway 6 driving in from Edwards. The plows had not been out at all. And so it's been kind of a tricky drive. Ty Diaz said that four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive is what is required to get up to Beaver Creek. So I think even the buses might have a little bit of trouble. Here's a live look at Lion's Head right now, and you can see that snow is coming down. Visibility pretty low as well. In fact, Rachel and I were both commenting that on Highway 6, it was even hard to see the car in front of you. So make sure you got your lights on so people can see you, because it is a tricky drive this morning. We also got word that the schools have been canceled throughout Eagle County, public schools at least, as far as we know. And let's check in with Ty Diaz and find out what it's looking like where he's standing. He is up at Beaver Creek. Hey, Powder 8,
Oh yeah.
Kitchen and Tap. What an appropriate place to be. Look at those tables.
Trisha, you would think that this area is staged for a wedding, dressed in clean white linen, and just hours from now, the bride and the groom will be making their way. That's not what's happening here. Look at this cake level. Can you give me a second? Because it's always someone's job to mess up a cake level of buildup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we just lost your audio. Oh,
Get
here.
some of this explosive matter that you're going to find out here today on the slopes for the early start. Like you talked to, and I talked this morning, 5:30 a.m., cup of coffee in my hand, pulled the blinds back, and I saw the very first snowflake flying by before this all happened. What an early/late start to a snowstorm early this morning. That snow steak that we're looking at this morning, that's just a light breakfast. Let's take a look at that snow steak throughout the day.
Oh yeah. That's the thing is we were looking. I love your eyelashes when you blew all that
I did not
snow.
wake up like this.
It's like you have like the eyes on there. Oh my gosh, Ty, is it light and fluffy or is it a little heavier? When we drove in, that was the very heavy snow this morning.
You know, normally, Trisha Swenson, here in Beaver Creek, when you're up at, let's say, Spruce Saddle, and you hold up a piece of bread or a cracker, and a bird will fly to you and grab that out of your hand, we can have a conversation for about 5 minutes, and I can leave my hand out here like this and just develop a nice
Yeah.
cupcake of snow right here. If you
Right.
want to watch the development happen, I'll just hold my hand here.
Okay.
That's
Now is it is
they're
it
huge.
is it snowman making snow or is this powdery?
There's some champagne over there, slick driving conditions coming in for the ground. We're looking at 32 degrees this temperature. This is a new spring mix of snow. It's a powder day. It's that face shot level once you get out there. I mean, it's continuing to develop. It's a very
Yeah.
early start. I don't want to give it one single name except powder day, powder morning for the start of the morning. But for
Yeah.
that morning commute, though, certainly one, if you don't have to do the drive, don't do it. But that's me just saying I want the mountain to myself because I'm already here versus everyone getting a great idea
Ty
to
is
get some of
saying,
this.
yeah, Ty's saying, hey, don't bring the school kids. I want it all to myself. And Ty, yeah, we did hear that schools canceled, which is, very typical for a morning like this, a commute. And I saw quite a few cars this morning, more than usual at that time of day. Rachel said the same thing. So that's something that's big. We'll address this during the road report, but just planning ahead for this, especially if you need to get to the airport today or wow, really have an appointment you need to get to.
Here's the snow snake that you want to pay attention to. I've already wiped my eyelashes off once, and it's returned once again. So
Oh,
it's coming
wow.
in heavy, it's coming in hot, it's coming in with some big flakes, and at times with the winds coming in sideways.
I know. Yep, we'll see some of those windy conditions. And Ty, we got an interview with Joel Gratz. He's the founding meteorologist at opensnow.com. And he said they've been watching this storm for about 10 days now. And a lot of times storms will fizzle out, they'll go a different direction. But he said they were pretty confident that this would come in and really start dumping around sunrise. So, as predicted, this is what's happening. So, what does the
Let me
temperatures
try
feel
to
like
share
out
something
there?
with you.
Okay, yeah.
Let me try to share a little bit more about how significant this weather and this snow is. Normally, this time of the morning, we would see employees making their way to post. We'll see
Yeah.
the parade of the blue uniforms, the red uniforms, getting suited up to head up the mountain for the day. Even the people mover, even the Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. No one is here.
Okay. Yes, you know what? It might be kind of
Vehicles,
hard for
the
people to,
driving, it's hazardous, but this is
yeah,
real.
it might be hard for those buses to get up. It might be hard for people to get to work today. So, wow. Yeah, things could be a little different. Okay, Ty.
Oh yeah,
All right.
it's fantastic.
Okay, we're gonna
I'll,
give the
I'll
people
keep
a
you guys
look.
posted.
Yeah, yeah, keep us posted. Ty braved the elements tonight. Hey, we're gonna show you the weather right now, brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne and Elevated Savings. I don't know if I'd recommend going over there today. You can always shop online today, but it could be a little tricky going over Vail Pass to exit 205, where there is some construction going on right now. Current weather. 27 degrees, feels like 19. We've got the low visibility. Look at that lion's head cam. You can see some of those snowflakes just coming in to the camera right now. Wow, it's just dumping out there. But we're going to see the snow continue for today. And according to the National Weather Service, we are in a winter storm warning all the way through tonight and Wednesday. So today, snow showers. The snow could be heavy at times. Some thunder is also possible, which is very typical for spring. And then kind of a patchy blowing snow after 2 p.m. So this will kind of break up a little bit. Not much, though, but more patchy instead of just this consistent puking of snow, which is one of the terms we use up here. We'll see breezy with a west wind 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts as high as 45. So we're going to see this continue through tonight into Wednesday as well. And according to OpenSnow.com, they're thinking that Beaver Creek could get 7 out of this and 6 at Vail through today, and then maybe another 3 for tomorrow, another 2, so maybe 13 by the time we hit the end of the week. Oh wow, wait, you've got bigger totals than I. Yours must be updated. Okay, they're saying 10 for Beaver Creek and 8 for Vail. So any way you look at it, we're seeing quite a bit of snow. So this is great news. And then the next couple of days look like this. We're going to see cooler temperatures roll in, especially by Wednesday, a high of 24 degrees. I mean, we're above that right now. So in the 30s today, 20s tomorrow, back to the upper 30s for Thursday, and then by Friday and Saturday, kind of more of that late spring temperature, right around the 40s and even the 50s. Some wind still lingering, but there's a quick look at your forecast. Terrain status, want to remind you that we've closed down parts of Vail Mountain, Blue Sky Basin, China Bowl, Teacup Bowl. Those have been closed as of kind of Sunday afternoon. The wind shut a lot of those lifts down, and then they were just not reopened. So they were closed through the end of the season. So 78% of the terrain is still open. 19 out of 32 lifts. 213 trails open. Many of them were groomed last night, but they're going to have fresh snow on top. Pay attention to the crawl on the bottom of the screen. It'll give you an idea of what's been groomed in what region. And then over at the Beeve, they did close down Arrowhead last weekend, but we still have plenty of terrain open for you, including the brand new McCoy Park. So if you want to go over there, here's their grooming report for the 12th. And up in McCoy Park, Journey, Serenity, Harmony, Bliss, Unwind, Exploration, they've all been groomed for you if you want to check that out. If you haven't seen it yet, I would go back on a day that it's clear because it is so pretty out there. But especially the views from Eaton House, looking to the south, just gorgeous. But let's take it to a break. We're going to come back with a road report, headlines, and more.
Maui Jim sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Oh, we're lucky enough to have Joel Gratz on the phone. He is with Open Snow talking about this week's storm. And this makes headlines. You know, we talk about the weather kind of all the time, but when we see things like this happen, especially in the spring, especially with the winds we've had, it becomes quite the hot topic no matter where you are, the grocery store, the workplace. But tell us what's going on with this spring storm, Joel.
Yeah, it's a good one. And, long-range weather forecasts don't always work out, but this one will likely work out. We've been tracking this storm for almost 10 days, and it's almost here. So the storm will start probably just before sunrise on Tuesday morning, and it will snow heavily. This is not one of those that will kind of come in slowly. When it arrives, you will know it. And so we'll see intense snow on Tuesday morning, probably through Tuesday midday, and then kind of more showery snow in the afternoon. For First Chair Tuesday, should be probably some fresh snow, although, of course, the bottom, the base, is a little crunchy, so we'll need a little bit more than that, just a few inches. But probably by Tuesday midday, it'll be softening up, 5-6 inches, and by the time we get to the afternoon on Tuesday, we could be closer to 10. That'll take some luck, but it's not out of the question.
Okay, yeah, we could see maybe 10 kind of at Beaver Creek, maybe 8 over at Vail. And is this going to be the wet, heavy snow? Is this coming up from like the south, or will it be lighter, fluffier? What can we expect?
Short answer is yes. So it's actually exactly what we want. So the first maybe inch or 2 or 3 will likely be on the thicker, wetter side, but that's what we want to cover up the crust underneath. And then as the storm gets colder, the snow will become fluffier. So it's what we call a right side up storm, or the correct way to think about it, or the correct storm, I should say, which is fluffy snow on top of thicker snow. So we're going to get a little bit of everything, starting with the thicker snow, winding up with the fluffier snow.
Okay. And then what about the winds? Boy, we've seen some windy conditions. Is this a typical spring thing to have it be a little windier during this time of year?
It can be windy this time of year, but it can be windy any time
Yeah.
of year. So I've had powder days in April that were still and perfect and gorgeous, and I've had super stormy conditions as well. So it's kind of all over the board. This storm will be windiest on, on late Monday night into Tuesday morning. And then once that front comes through, a lot of Tuesday should actually be reasonable, not too windy at all. And then we're going to see snow showers Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Wednesday night. And I think Wednesday afternoon could be gusty as well whenever snow showers move through. But this storm in general will not be quite like last week, which saw just consistent strong winds for many days. So this storm will be gusty at times like we expect with many storms, but it won't be like we saw last week.
Yeah, last week we had some lifts just not even open or run at like half speed. We had a big, beautiful pine tree in Arrowhead on Cresta just snap right at the base. So yeah, we saw some of the damage of that. But one thing I'm noticing too, some lower temperatures, especially for daytime highs. So that'll be really nice to really, not be too wet, too sloppy out there, I guess.
Yeah, this is not going to be. This is not going to be sloppy. This will feel much more like winter. Yeah, Tuesday midday afternoon will feel like winter. Temperatures dropping into the teens. Wednesday it'll probably be in single digits to the teens with some on and off snow. Wednesday will absolutely feel like a winter day. If you get a break of sun, it might feel a tad warmer. But these will be winter-like days Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, probably the balaclava, the mittens, maybe even some hand warmers out there.
Yeah, the full fit. I wear hand warmers at all times, so for sure.
I do too. Well, Joel, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate your expertise and your knowledge on this subject as well. So Joel Gratz, once again, with Open Snow. You can learn more at opensnow.com. Follow them, follow the storms, but get out there. This midweek storm, this could be one of the best ones of the season. Oh, wow. That was so cool being able to talk to Joel yesterday about the storm happening today. So we decided to roll that tape for you so you could see what was going on. But we did get just reported 2 inches new snow at Vail early this morning, 1 over at Beaver Creek. And the snow state kind of tells the story. But let's bring in Ty. He's standing by at Beaver Creek. Ty, it's snowing sideways.
I didn't notice. Didn't notice at all, Chica.
Oh my goodness.
This is fantastic. I'm looking around just like it's a dream, but a dream come true.
Yeah.
We're looking at how, again, our season, we're wrapping up Beaver Creek this week. They've extended Vail till May 1st. A lot of the viewers and guests are wondering, for those that left already, and how is that possible? What's with the snow? Could it happen? It's happening right now.
Oh,
what
I know.
A great send-off. And I was talking with a buddy of mine, Vegas, a.k.a. Ken Moen. He's like, Ty, this is a local's dream right now.
Yeah.
The mountain is yours. It's not competitive with peak season, the crowds, weekend warriors. This is a Tuesday.
Oh, I know. It's a Tuesday, and you could almost have the mountain to yourself today. Because, Ty, hopefully you brought your snowboard because you could go out there right after your shift.
Okay, now this is a sensitive subject. You just touched the nerve, and I was going to dance away from that whole topic until you said something, but I'm feeling it too. You're absolutely right. I shoulda, coulda, and woulda if I had it.
Oh, you don't have it? You don't have it? Oh, man, I think you should just go down. You should go down to the rental shop and just get boards, boots, just head up, because...
My snowboard's not too far from here, I can say that, because I did get out for about 2-3 laps yesterday. So it's over at the Highlands at a buddy's house. My boots are back at my place.
Oh.
The board, the goggles, the balaclava, the ski pass is on me, just the boots. So I may have to pull some strings, like you're saying. But if you notice, again, behind me, the people mover still waiting
Yep.
for the staff to get
Oh,
here.
yeah.
But
Okay.
again, we're still looking for the bodies to arrive. I feel like I see maybe just one or two employee movement inside of Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. But again, we're looking at what it takes to get here that we're talking about. And for those, if they're doing that I-70 drive, that major commute, it's not really recommended early this morning. But considering that we're not competing with traffic, you have plenty of time to get out here and cut into some fresh tracks all day as a local. Maybe there's a better window of opportunity for that drive this morning. Otherwise, it's slick. And like you pointed out earlier, just to get into Beaver Creek, coming through the main gate, they're only letting four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive come through, but that's not saying that they're letting everyone through. They're definitely
Wow.
stopping every car.
Okay, that's amazing. And Ty, just right outside our window here, I'm looking out at I-70, and the eastbound lanes are just stopped. It looks like westbound is going pretty well, but it is no go. Eagle Vale all the way towards Dow Junction. So already this morning, we're starting to see the road conditions affected by the weather conditions, which is expected. In fact, the National Weather Service was saying with the heavy snow and the winds, and then those temperatures were right around 27, so we're below freezing. Keep in mind, bridges, they freeze before the rest of the road does. Really sketchy. And I don't know about you, Ty, but Rachel and I didn't really see any plows that
Exactly.
plowed a path in
And
our
it's very
drive-in.
noticeable for my commute in. And I passed you by the shop and hop. I'm not sure if you saw me.
Oh.
And I was heading the other way. But in the drive, I'm like, what is so noisy about this drive for me right now?
Yeah.
This is so weird. What I've realized with my all road, it has a 4-stage air lift. My car was on one closest to the ground. So it was picking up that ground level, that drag,
Oh, yeah.
that 6 inches of fresh snow, non-plowed. And so I had to raise it up to get to that 12-inch height above that, the clearance. And then I got out of the car here at by the Velar in the garage over there, and I was on mini SUV height. You know,
Oh,
so,
you're like,
so what was?
"Whoa."
But again, the clearance, like you're saying, and the hazards, and for what it takes to drive. I mean, you're bottoming out on this drive out there if you have a low vehicle.
Yes, you know what? In fact, I felt like I was kind of on a cross-country ski course. You know how they groom that track, and then your cross-country skis have to stay in that track, and then you don't want to get out of that. Like I was glad that I didn't have to like pass or do any maneuvers to get out of those ruts and back into them. So, and then I noticed too when I parked right here, all this slush just came off of my car when I parked. So it had just been, yeah, kind of accumulating. And I think we're going to see the snow get a little lighter throughout the day, is what Joel Grouch was saying. So kind of this heavier snow in the morning, but it seemed really light and fluffy. You know, I guess probably the altitude has a lot to do with it because on the valley floor, you know, Avon around 7,400 feet. And then we've got Beaver Creek up at 8,100. Oh, yeah, even the snowflakes are on your camera.
You know, it's real out here.
Yeah.
In these elements, and this is Ty Diaz broadcasting live from Beaver Creek. Fresh snow in the forecast if you're just tuning in, and the snow totals are continuing to accumulate as you're watching right now. And the first snowfall I saw fly by 5:30 this morning, even before the sun, and it came in hot and heavy, and it turned into this, and it's not over.
Well, and Ty, that's why we're seeing these snow totals being so small. Just 1 inch at Beaver Creek, 2 over at Vail. Here is the cams. So we're gonna run these for you. And if you, the clock is not up. Oh, it's not working yet. Okay, we're gonna show this to you. But Ty, my husband had to drive down to the Front Range kind of late last night, and he said there was a little bit of snow over Vail Pass and the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels. So a little bit of that did fall overnight, and you know, before these you know, the sunrise when this all started. But yeah, so don't let the 2 inches fool you when you look at the report or when we tell it to you. There's a lot more that fell after that report was taken, and it's going to continue
Getting out
throughout
here
the
in
day.
these conditions, you definitely want to consider your ability when you're out here. This is heavy snow in areas. The visibility is challenging. It is spring conditions.
Yeah.
So certainly be prepared for what it brings. And if you're traveling as a group out on the slopes, remember that there is a such thing as friends on a powder day by making those turns and making sure that you're still with your friends on that group. Because you never know. Someone could be in need out here on the slopes. And I mean, it's a unique condition. It is April, and this is real.
Yeah, even the National Weather Service said we could hear a little thunder. So thunder snow, it is a thing,
I'm a
especially
fan of
in
thunder snow.
spring. Okay, and the snow stake, it's interesting. It really showed just how much it accumulated just in those early parts of the day, kind of sunrise till just now 7:50. So we'll show that throughout the morning so people can truly understand what is happening out there. But Ty, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
step inside
Okay.
because the snow's building up on the speaker over here, so you're kind of fading away on me. I'm gonna go and clear
Okay.
that out. We'll catch back up.
Okay, we'll let you go warm up and dry off a little bit. Ty Diaz standing by up at Beaver Creek. And as you saw in that snow stake, really a lot of that snow has fallen after the report was taken. 1 inch new on the report, but boy, you look at that snow stake, the cookies are covered. So that's big news. So we'll let you know about that. Do you want to take a break, Rachel, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's
Okay, we'll come back. We've got headlines, road report, and much more.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise.
Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody.
Never be afraid of your strength, because your body is capable of amazing things. Own your strength and see how far it takes you. Tonal, be your strongest.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
All right, even though the snow report doesn't say it, we've got a powder day out there, and it has been snowing nonstop heavily since, well, the early hours this morning, kind of right around sunrise is when it started. So when they took the report at Vail and Beaver Creek, they only had 2 inches at Vail and 1 at Beaver Creek. But look how much it's been snowing, and this has been really going on since, well, a lot of our staff woke up and we're like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. And then next thing you know, wow, it just between taking the shower and getting out the door, big changes. 24 degrees right now, so things have even dropped a little bit. We'll see a high only in the upper 20s for today, and then that overnight low dropping down to about 7 degrees, and then cool temperatures tomorrow too, just 24 is your high. We are in a winter storm warning from now until Wednesday at noon, and this is according to the National Weather Service, and they're saying we could see snow showers, heavy at times, a little thunder could be possible as well, and we could see some gusty winds. We'll have winds out of the west about 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to as high as 45 miles per hour. And that's why the visibility is going to be so tough driving today, even skiing, riding. I would still get out there if you can make your way to the slopes, but probably ski more in like the wooded areas. Northwoods would be a good choice for you today, maybe even Rose Bowl. A little bit more protection from the wind, and the trees kind of help you read the definition, if you will. It's not quite the white room. And then tonight, snow showers likely, mainly before 7 p.m. Some thunder still could happen, and then patchy and blowing snow before 7 p.m. as well. And then winds are going to continue tonight, gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. And then for your Wednesday, snow showers mainly after 7 a.m. and some thunder is also possible. Patchy blowing snow after 12 noon. And then those breezy conditions are going to persist tomorrow, gusting up to about 35 miles per hour. So when it's all told, we could still see a couple more inches out of this storm. If you look at the snow stakes, we've been showing them this morning, pretty remarkable. And it's hard to catch because you're trying to look at the clock to see what time it was, and then you're trying to look at the snow total. It goes so fast. So they have snow cams on Vail and Beaver Creek. Here it is. This is Northwoods and Sunup Bowl. And if you look at the 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Okay, look at this now. Wow, look how quickly that filled up. So a little bit overnight, that's what we counted at the 2-inch mark. And then the rest of this will get counted in tomorrow's totals. So really cool to just see that. So even though the snow snake or the official total just says 2 inches for Vail, 1 at Beaver Creek, it's a different story if you look at those snow cams. And if you are going to go out to Vail, keep in mind they've closed a little bit of terrain, Blue Sky Basin, China Bowl, as well as Teacup, but they still have a ton of lifts to go out on. 19 out of 32, 213 trails, and 78% of the terrain is still open. I think over 3,000 acres open for you. They open at 8:30 and close at 4. And then over at Beaver Creek, they did close down Arrowhead, kind of that half of the mountain, that lower elevation. But we've got McCoy open for you. We've got Main Mountain. We have Strawberry Park for you as well. The Upper Greens. And of course, Rose Bowl for you. So head on over there if you're looking for some place. And like I said, Rose Bowl could be a good place to go to maybe get out of that wind coming out of the west. And they'll be open 9 to 4 p.m. But as Ty mentioned, kind of the employees having a little bit of trouble getting into work today. But let's take a look at your headlines. Want to thank Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea for bringing us our headlines today. Stop by their location. They have one at Beaver Creek on your way to Centennial Lift, right up the escalators. Maybe Ty Diaz will be stopping by there. And then their Roastery Cafe can be found on your way to Minturn, just off of Highway 24. But here's what made headlines for today, the 12th of April. Booth Heights is back on. The cover photo shows part of the parcel of land Vail Resorts plan to develop into workforce housing. You can see this out of East Vail, and Vail Resorts plans to build a $17 million workforce housing project on a controversial parcel in East Vail that is home to a herd of bighorn sheep. More on this can be found on A3. Also in today's paper, That's the Spirit. Adaptive Spirit Paralympic fundraiser makes successful return to Vail, and its auction raises $160,000. Our very own Thomas Walsh took a part of this. So did ski racers like Brenda Buglione. She's a big supporter of this. So a lot of locals were here, and they welcomed a lot of visitors as well. So check that out on page A2. And then also, strong storm moves into Eagle County. We had a chance to talk to Joel Gratz from Open Snow about this storm. If you want to learn more about that and catch the interview, go on to vail.com and you can see what Joel had to say about this. And as predicted, it did come a little bit earlier in our terrain report. We did close down Blue Sky Basin, China Bowl for the season, and 3 weeks remain until Vail Mountain is planned closure on May 1. Learn more about that on page A5. And then what's Michaela Schifrin up to? Well, she's been over in Norway hitting the slopes. You can find out more about what she's been doing and how everyone's feeling after the season, but they're still getting some training in on page A19. All these stories and more can be found in your Vail Daily. Pick it up. It's free in newspaper dispensers all throughout the Vail Valley. Or today might be a good day to just go online and not worry about getting outside to grab the paper. You can go to vaildaily.com, get today's stories, archive stories, sign up for the newsletters, sign up for alerts like road report alerts, which may be important today as well. Vail Daily, bringing communities together. Let's now take a look at the roads. And as I look outside, I can still see the traffic stopped going eastbound. And you could see not many cars on the road, probably because of some of these backups and road closures, almost, if you will. So it is going to be a tricky day out there. So just be careful driving. The plows, we hadn't seen a lot of plow activity when we drove in this morning. That may have changed. I know that Eagle County Schools decided to call it a snow day just to keep a lot of the motorists and the kids and the buses off the slopes. So here's what it's looking like, kind of desolate out there, and even a little bit of snow blocking some of our cameras today. So slow it down, allow plenty of time to get to where you're going, and distance between the car in front of you. Look at that one car, he was too close.
Hey Tricia, I'm getting a
Yeah.
report that I-70 is closed from Eagle to Wolcott.
Okay, we just got the report. I-70 is closed from Eagle to Walcott. Oh, that's a crazy stretch as well. I've seen accidents happen right before my very eyes on that stretch. So really slow it down. Head back. This could be the good day to work from home just because of what we're seeing with the roads. Great news for the slopes, not so great news for the roads. All right, so that's a look at your roads. Log on to cotrip.org, probably your best source to figure out what else is happening today. This storm is going to be sticking around for most of the day. Some patchy snow this afternoon versus the puking snow that we're seeing now. But let's bring it out to Ty Diaz. He is our man of the street, man of the snow. Wow, look at even the fire pit can't keep the snow away.
You know, Tricia Swenson, you have what they call a snow stake for the viewers that share with us online, beavercreek.com. If anyone watching right now on Outside Television 17, YouTube or Facebook, Instagram would care to check those numbers, I have a one-up of that. I have a fire ring snow stake. I'm trying to make up something. I'm trying to freestyle here. But look at this. Here's the depth of this. And I want, if I can help, maybe a little bit more of a tilt down, if that'll help. I want to use my backup phone for the show. To give you another indicator, just from here.
Wow. Well, how about your tea? Well, did you get a 12-ounce tea or a 16?
Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, they are open. And,
yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah. So, okay, what is that, a medium? Oh, my goodness.
That's the 16 ounce.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the lid, the height of that. So I was talking with Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea staff, and I said, okay, so what did it take? How was it for you guys getting here this morning up into Beaver Creek? And one of the guys said, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
But they're not letting everyone up into Beaver Creek. That's to let everyone know that for those that are near, that you, even on the buses, for what it takes to get Beaver Creek, it will be a challenge. Those that rode the bus up from employee housing or whatever their route would be, it was a struggle to get up here. The conditions are real on the roadways like you're describing. Closures along I-70, you're going to find that similar experience to get in and out of Beaver Creek as far as the hazards are concerned. And the development, I mean, it's coming down quite heavy. We are starting to see some staff that are here. Everyone's running a little late. The lift times are still 9 o'clock to get up here, but it's taking way more effort to get here, as far as realizing what it will take to get here.
I know.
So consider that. If you're going to take the bus up here, if we're driving up here, that's going to be almost impossible. They're not letting cars really get up here.
Well, and Ty, we're getting notifications that eastbound I-70 is closed in 2 locations. So that's eastbound mile marker 147 at Eagle and eastbound 167 closer up to, the Edwards and Avon area due to multiple motor vehicle accidents. So, boy, it's going to be tough out there today. Schools have been closed already, so just want to let you know about that already. Ty, you could do a snow angel in that couch. Wow, look how much snow is on that couch. Oh my goodness.
That's fantastic.
Okay, you know about our snow angel challenges, right?
That's a Meredith thing, isn't it?
No, I did it at the Solaris ice rink. Then I had Meredith do it at the Solaris ice rink, and then we did a half angel at the couch. Maybe you could hop on the hood of that car and do an angel. I'm pretty sure you'd probably get in trouble for getting on top of the car. Wow.
Should I be eating a Carl's Jr. burger really slow at the same time? No, just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Look at that snow. Okay, so it's more light and fluffy, huh? Look at that. You guys, once again, this is so crazy. This is from, just before sunrise this morning. So it looks light and fluffy. Look at your gloves. Like it just all sticking to you. Okay. Yep. That's the official total with Toyota and Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. Okay, Ty, we're going to cut to a break right now. We'll let you dry off or find some more snow accumulations. Just crazy this morning. So once again, eastbound I-70 is closed at 2 locations right now. Mile marker 147 at Eagle, and then mile marker 167 a little bit further up Valley. And just outside of our studios, we can see the traffic stop going eastbound on I-70. School has been canceled for Eagle County. If you're trying to get to the slopes, it might take you a while. Be careful. A lot of the plows need to get out there. It's very wet and heavy snow on the valley floor. And then as you can see where Ty is, it's a little bit lighter with those, the different in altitude change, the difference in temperature. And according to Joel Gratz, he said it would be heavier this morning and then lighten up a little bit by this afternoon. And he's with OpenSnow.com. All right, we've got more coming up. Stay with Vail Valley Live today.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
In the jungle, whoa, where only few will go.
Visit Grand Junction.
Take a piece of chocolate if you're the tallest. Take a piece of chocolate if you're better at eating your vegetables. Take a piece of chocolate if you love sharing.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
All right, it is crazy weather out there right now. Even though the snow totals just say 2 inches new at Vail and 1 over at Beaver Creek, we have quite a bit more of accumulation because they take that report rather early in the morning and then they swipe it clean. And this is a live look at Lionshead right now. And you could see a little bit better. Earlier today during the show, we could not even see the gondola. And then if you notice the streets, those are heated streets. But even though they're heated, there is still some slush there. It's coming down so fast and so heavy that it's almost hard for the heated sidewalks to keep up with this. And the roads are quite a mess as well. But let's get you your weather details first, and then we'll tell you about some road closures and also some school closures. So we are going to see some heavy snow today. We're in a winter storm warning from now until Wednesday at noon. A 90% chance of precipitation for today. Snow could be heavy at times. We're having the snow showers right now, then patchy blowing snow after 2 p.m. Some thunder is even possible. So if you are going to go out and ski, you may hear that. You're not, you're not imagining things. You actually could hear some thunder. And then it's going to be breezy. A west wind 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts as high up to 45 miles per hour, which is really going to impact the roads as well. Here's Vail's snow stake. So if you look at the time, the clock, okay, you got 1 in the morning, 2, da-da-da. Then it starts to really, really go into the wee hours. And then the early, right around sunrise, bam! That is where we saw this. So kind of interesting to see. Yep, a little bit. That's the 2 that they reported right there. Okay. Then after they took that report, this is when that snow fell. So, wow. I mean, you be the judge. I'm not going to tell you what the amount is, because it's not official, but You can tell just by looking at that snow stake that they got quite a bit of snow. And then Beaver Creek, same situation. Ty Diaz is up there right now, and it's just crazy. And we've got quite a bit of both mountains still open for you. So over at Vail, we're still at 78% open. We did close down Blue Sky Basin and China Bowl, but other than that, 19 out of 32 lifts open for you, 213 trails. You can't even ski them all in one day. Definitely, it takes you like a week to ski them all. And then here's the story in today's Vail Daily with Blue Sky Basin and China Bowl closing for you. So if you want to check that out, that's on page A5 in today's Vail Daily. But in addition to that closing down, we did close down Arrowhead as well over at Beaver Creek. But there is still plenty of terrain open. And let's take it out to Ty right now to find out where he is. Okay, so there you are. And there's just so much snow, even on the pavers. Usually those melt off. We don't even worry about it. Nobody's shoveling, but it's coming down so fast.
So I brought us to this location. As you know, this is the bus stop where everyone, potentially will get into Beaver Creek for the day via the bus. Because again, with the weather, as far as letting cars and traffic up here, it's going to be a challenge for you to negotiate that at the gate. They're definitely stopping every vehicle and turning people around. But let's get turned around a different way, and let's talk about summertime and shows at the Valar, where if you can't be here now to experience some of this with us, well, then join us as soon as the 28th of June, for shows at the Valar, and we'll tell you everything that you missed up until that point. Like catching shows at the Valar. Who's this performer? We have John Fogerty and the Creedence Clearwater Revival, as you can see here, performing June 30th. But just before that, we have another featured artist. My phone's a little wet, so I can't really navigate the screen. But if you guys can help populate some of this for me.
Yeah, I can help you, Ty, with that. You can put your glove back on. We'll bring up the site.
Okay, thank you. There she is.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on, and John Fogerty is going to actually be doing two shows, the 30th as well as the 1st, because some of these big names that come in, they will sell out rather quickly, and get your tickets for this to see him in this intimate setting, so amazing. And then Regina Spektor coming in just after that. Kenny G, wow, he's been performing for a long, long time. So they've got tickets started at $95 for Kenny G. And then all sorts of folks. We've got Shaky Graves coming in. We've got Midland. We've got Kareem Bailey Ray, Old Crow Medicine Show. All this is going to be coming to the Valar. Kristen Chenoweth and the Colorado Symphony. She's an actress and a singer. And then America, Horse with No Name, they're going to be here. Momix is returning with some dance. Jimmy Vaughn, and then Billy Currington. Oh, Billy Currington, he's a lot of fun. So this is going to be a great thing to do in the summertime. We love our outdoor concert series, but the Valar, they do it like nobody else. They've got a great little gem of a theater that's right there below the ice rink, and such a good place to see a show. It's a real treat.
Speaking of a treat, Trisha Swenson, so is this show. Tuning in very early in the morning at 7:30 with hopes to find elements like this in our atmosphere. But we're looking at that last window of time that we are in for the season here in Beaver Creek. So for the viewers at home, let's do some fact checking. That is it the 13th that they close or the 17th that they close? I was in a conversation with my buddy Jason. We were hitting the slopes yesterday. He's like, they're closing on a Wednesday tomorrow. No, the 17th. Then we ran into my buddy Ken Moen, aka Vegas. He's like, it's the 17th, and staff as well. You and I are discussing, well, what will remain open until the 17th? Let's talk about dining on the mountain. Fact check this: Talon's Restaurant, chairs 9, 10, 11. Back there in that area, will that stay open all the way to the 17th? We're in the point of the season where we scale back terrain, and these are some of the questions and some of the answers that we look forward to right here on Vail Daily Live.
Well, you know what, Ty? Then I think you need to go rent a pair of snowboard boots and then get your board over at your buddy's house.
I would if anyone was at work right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know what? It's okay, so we got a bus here. Okay, so good. A
Let's see if
bus
there's
did make it
people.
up. Yeah, because so Ty was told at the gate you got to either have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive to get up. So luckily, Ty, you were able to get up, and it's been a little tricky out there. So looks like, yeah, we're probably seeing a lot of employees that are kind of scrambling to work because maybe they're a little late.
Okay. This
Yep,
works because
yep.
I'm looking perhaps then to pick up some boots from Christie Sports to the left of me,
Yeah.
or I'll go to the Burton store, pick up some rentals, maybe even demo new products, which is in front of me across the bridge, where staff that are finally making it into Beaver Creek today might be heading towards. I'm going to keep an eye on some things, but my goggles and my helmet, my balaclava, my actual gloves are all at a friend's house here in Beaver Creek. I'm just missing those elements. And if you're planning on leaving the house to get to Beaver Creek for the snow today, or Vail, check and make sure that you have your gear. That's something that always happens, and your ski pass.
And Ty, it's a goggle day for sure. We need to have the goggles out there. Sunglasses aren't going to do a lick of good, so make sure you have those. Okay, we've got all the employees
looking promising.
coming in. Okay, it's looking promising. We're going to be opening all the stores and everything. I see a skier. He's got his gear. He's probably got the fat skis today. Hey, Ty, we got to remind people, Eagle County has called it a snow day for the schools. So that means that we are going to be maybe seeing some kids out there. If those parents can get them to the slopes, that's usually what happens. They call it a snow day, but somehow the kids can get to the slopes, but they can't get to school. So always kind of funny how that happens up here. This is a shot. A plow clears Sylvan Lake Road, Eagle, on Tuesday morning as more snow falls. Eagle County Schools called off school for a snow day. That was one of the top stories in today's Vail Daily. All right. And then also road closures. So eastbound mile marker 147 on I-70 and also eastbound 167. So 147 down by Eagle, 167 down kind of between Avon and the Edwards exit. So, and we can still see the cars just waiting out our window here at our Eagleville studios. Looking at some of the road cams, we've got slow-moving traffic. We also don't have a lot of traffic, and that is probably because of some of these closures that are happening. So you can just see the effects of this, kind of more travel on the frontage roads. I-70, there's a plow. Okay, we got the plows out. The plows are up and working hard. Give them plenty of room. This is going to be really kind of that sloppy snow that they're brushing off, so you don't want to be passing them and be in that line of slush. All right. Hey, we mentioned earlier that some closures have taken place on the mountains. Arrowhead is closed for the season, but we also closed down a few more areas of Vail. And John LeConte was out there on Sunday talking about the wind and then learned about some of these closures.
I went through a mini snow tornado.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Mini snow tornado.
Here.
Mini snow tornado.
Hello and welcome to the Vail Dailies on the Hill. It is the 10th of April, a Sunday. I'm your host, John LeConte, with my daughter Lilia. And we're in Blue Sky Basin. Lilia's first time ever, actually. So she said she was ready to make the long trip. We took the catwalk mostly here. Found pretty windy conditions. Got to Bell's Camp and Ski Patrol said, okay, make your way down. We're closing her down, too windy. So now we're in the last run of the day in Blue Sky. And hopefully not last run of the season because the snow is really nice still. But we're getting down there. It's 3 weeks left, so who knows when they're gonna start shutting lifts down. But today we saw great conditions with 5 inches of snow this morning, fresh snow, and it really added to a nice base. I think the base is like 55 inches or something like that, maybe more, maybe even more today. So conditions are great. We're going all the way to May, which means we really needed that little refresh today. Okay, took cloud 9 there. I like to look this way so that I can address the camera but keep one eye on Lily. Make sure she's still following us. Okay. So
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block and Chaplot. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and it injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has the responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block and Chaplot today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block and Chaplot has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
Do you want locally grown mushrooms, microgreens, organic herbs, fruits, vegetables, honey, recipes, and more? Sign up for Knot Branch's CSA boxes now. Feel good about supporting local farmers while nourishing your family. Go to knotgardencenter.com and click CSA to sign up today.
It's beginning to feel a lot like spring. Not just out there, in here. The colors are brighter. The smells are earthier. The ideas are bigger, and the appliances are everywhere. Everything you need for spring at our best prices of the season. Feels like spring at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
Oh, we are back and it is dumping outside. Crazy weather today. According to the National Weather Service, we are in a winter storm warning all the way through noon tomorrow. And you can see visibility pretty low. You can barely see the gondola line, Gandhi number 19, Eagle Bond out of Lion's Head there. And you can see the snow is falling steadily throughout the valley. And barely could see the runs over at Vail. Vail did pick up 2 inches of new snow when they took the report before the bulk of the storm moved in. Beaver Creek reporting 1. And we'll get to that in just a moment and why that is, why they are such low numbers. But our temperature right now, 24, kind of feels like 15. We've got a high only of 27 today, dropping down into the single digits in the teens tonight and tomorrow night. A high only of 24 for your Wednesday. And then by Thursday, we will start to warm up a little bit. High of 37. Still a little bit of snow in the forecast for the next couple of days as well. And Friday, a chance of snow is also. And we're going to have some wind associated with this. Gusts up to 45 miles an hour today and over tonight, maybe 30 miles per hour, and then breezy again tomorrow. And then those snow stakes, look at this. So if you watch the clock and then kind of look at the snow accumulating, we kind of had that 2 inches come in right around 10:30, 11, midnight. Okay, so we had that. And then watch the big hand. When it goes, well, you see, it goes so fast you can't even see it. But like, just, you can see. It's just, bam. Look at, that is when it happened. Early. One more time. You got to like put your eye over there at the clock and then over there. So it's amazing how much snow we got. in just a very, very short period of time. So even though the snow total only says 2 for Vail, as you can see, it's a lot more. 1 inch over at Beaver Creek, similar situation over there. Let's take it to Ty Diaz over at Beaver Creek. I think he made his way into a rental shop. Are you going to get some boots today? Are you going to get to go out there?
Am I going to? Were you a commercial the whole time? Check this out. Rental pair of Burtons from Christie Sports inside of the Beaver Creek Lodge. Picking up some hellos, some high fives from the staff that made it to work this morning. Not everyone's ready to talk on camera because of what it took to get here. So just let off some steam a little bit, give everyone their personal space. But I did meet Jackie. She just came in. She saw the tripod here, started looking at it, didn't know what was going on. I was hoping you were coming back for the segment sooner to kind of like make a new face, a new friend on the show. But
tell
Sports,
Jackie to come
on. Get your rentals. Yeah, Jackie, she's over here. Let's bring her on over. Jackie, welcome to Vail Valley Live. That's Princeton, and those are all the viewers. And you're working here at Christie Sports. This is the rental location. How was your season?
Busy.
It was fun.
Yeah.
First season out here?
No, it's my fourth.
Fourth season. And same department every time, same gig every season?
Yep, that's right.
She had to check over her shoulder for that one. And so maybe you would care to give anyone the call to action, for today, for what it takes to get here and that availability on gear that's possible.
Yeah. We have everything you guys could possibly need. Just don't forget your snow pants. We already had that happen today.
Oh, yeah? What's that mean?
Someone forgot to pack their ski pants.
Okay.
So,
like staff?
No, somebody that's trying to ski today.
Oh.
Yeah, so, yep. Just bring your equipment.
All right, so that's just do a checklist before you leave. Make sure you have all of your gear, which means checking the list for anyone in your group as well.
Okay.
Sporter?
I ski.
Skier. All right, excellent. You can find the rentals here at Christie Sports and Beaver Creek. Much. Trisha, any questions?
Oh wow! You know what? It looks like we've got maybe a powder ski for today, a powder board for today.
Yeah, what do you recommend?
We have the women's Nordica Santa Ana's over on our rental side, and then we have the Elon Ripsticks, which are also pretty fun, and then everyone's been loving the Mountain Twin by Jones.
All right, and your hours of operations on a day like today?
We're open 8 to 6.
8 to 6.
There are no friends on a powder day, guys.
Oh, that's what we
All
hear.
right.
Okay, Jackie, thanks for the info and everything. Okay, Ty Diaz, anybody, Beaver Creek, he got some boots. He had his board. He has everything up there, but, he didn't realize he'd be going on the hill. So, okay, we'll take it to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll see if he can make his way to the mountain. We'll be opening up Vail. Well, we just opened up Vail. Beaver Creek will be opening up in a little less than a half an hour. Stay with us.
Get the truck that's built to serve right from your living room with Ram eShop. Search, find, and buy your perfect truck online and get delivery from the comfort of your own home. Credit approval, price, and payment calculations all made quick, easy, and safe. The keys are just a click away with Ram's eShop. Right now, during Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
It's 5 a.m. and I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage, 7,000 dahlias, vegetables, and
brisket for dinner.
This is a happy place.
We've been coming here since 1868.
My grandmother used to say,
"Don't call me, don't bother me, I'm going out to mow."
there's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
I make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com.
We are back, and just want to give you a quick wrap up before we leave you for the day. I-70 eastbound closed in a couple of areas, exit 167, mile marker and mile marker 147. So, and we could see it out our windows here at the Eagleville Studios that traffic is just at a standstill right now. So, a little trouble today. Great news for the slopes. They've received quite a bit of snow after the snow stake amount was taken. So the amounts that they have listed, of course, on the website or on Epic Mix are going to be pretty low. 2 inches at Vail, 1 inch at Beaver Creek, but most of that snow fell after that period. We're in a heavy storm cycle right now and a winter storm warning all the way through tomorrow. So keep it safe out there. Slow it down. Eagle County schools have been closed for the day. So either let your kids make a snowman or a couple snow angels, or if you want to brave the roads, you might be able to take them to the slopes if you can get the day off too. But let's bring it out to Ty Diaz if he's ready out at Beaver Creek. Ty, you made it right back to where it all started. Oh, we got people waiting in line already.
This is what you tuned in for to see, especially on a day like today. Did the crowds make it? Not a crowd just yet. What about our first chair people? The names that we know, can't tell who they are. Everyone's bundled up for this powder day that you will find once you make your way to Vail or to Beaver Creek, checking the snow stake throughout the morning until your commute is safe enough for the drive, and just discover what you're getting out there. But keep in mind safety, like you pointed out, Tricia, on a day like today and this point in the season, friends on a powder day or not, these are real conditions, the mountain, this whole thing, and always keep safety in mind, but certainly get after today in some way or some fashion. 9 o'clock, the lift's open. Let's see if that starts on time at the staff. There's enough people posted throughout the mountain for that to open.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been a challenge, even just to get into Beaver Creek.
Ty, you might be asked to pour some drinks at Spruce Saddle if the bartender can't get up there.
Oh, I'm a little rusty, but just pull my arm. I'm happy to do it.
Okay. Hey, Rachel just pulled up a road traffic alert. I want to make sure we let our viewers know about this. This was over in Summit County. So, safety closures due to adverse weather conditions in both directions between Silverthorne and Eisenhower tunnels, westbound at Silverthorne due to a spun-out semi, and eastbound at Vail. So, more closures to announce. So, Ty, hey, I hope you have a great day out on the slopes. Hey, let me know what's open. I think you said Talons is open. Go find out if Bachelor Gulch is open. You let me know.
I'm happy to. Don't tempt me with a good time. And Tricia, if you're out here, text me. We'll choose a meeting location and maybe get out here and get some face shots together. And we'll both find out what's happening out there. But as far as it stands, we have the snowcat over making some movement out there. Limited visibility while you're out here. Choose your lens wisely while you're out here. Again, do your checklist on your gear, your ski pass, and keep safety in mind. What time is it? Are we wrapping up the show?
Well, yeah, but you know what? I just see Ski Patrol. So, hey, pan your camera over towards like Strawberry Park because I see. Oh yeah, see all of Ski Patrol. They're foot packing. Yep, that's what they do. They foot pack the maze. That's what they're doing right now. All right, hard work. Busy as beavers over at Beaver Creek. Okay,
this is all of a sudden, and the snowfall, the accumulation, it all pretty much began in this intensity, beginning at 5:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And look at the time right now, and check the snow stake. It all came in fast, which again, it creates that hazard too, because we're as far as packing it down, that's not what you're finding here. This is all going to move.
Yep, exactly. Okay, well, Ty, thanks for the report. I think we could talk all day about snow, but we'll come back tomorrow to let you know. We'll have Ty give us a report of how it was out there today. But thanks for staying with us today. Hey, send your pictures. We'd love to see it. Tag us on Instagram. Show us what it was like out there. Rachel and I, we're stuck in here working. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Vail Valley Live.